Athletes Unlimited is the only individual championship in volleyball, and the competition is intense. Each week, a draft reshuffles the deck as captains pick teams from amongst the best athletes in the sport. Teamwork reigns supreme as athletes climb the leaderboard. Lace up for week 4 of this electrifying clash of the world's fiercest volleyball competition right now on ESPN. Welcome to Arizona, where Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN is fueled by Gatorade. Inside Legacy Park, week 4 about to get underway. We got a great doubleheader for you today, starting with this matchup between Team Linehan and Team Hentz. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside three-time Olympian Holly McPeak. Savannah Collins will join us in a little bit as well. Repeat captain, three weeks in a row for Morgan Hentz. What was her approach to the draft?
Well, it's been a focus on defense for sure. First contact, and you see that in her first draft pick, Brooke Nuneviller, who's like a libero. They spent time in the USA gym together, and they're very comfortable holding down the backcourt.
They absolutely were, and on the other side, when we look at Morgan Hentz and the 11-match win streak that she had.
Morgan has been fantastic, and her leadership ability has been incredible. Every player who's played for her has talked about the leadership.
We talked about Brooke Nuneviller and their relationship together, Hentz and Nuneviller.
Well, the one time they were on the court together 2 weeks ago, they dominated the backcourt. They were going for the same balls, both superior defensive players, but Brooke Nuneviller can score in the front row as well for Team Hentz.
Allie Linehan, in her second week as captain, is looking for her first match win as a leader.
Allie Linehan had a really nice weekend last weekend, put up some great numbers, but it's because her middle attackers were hitting for high numbers, and that's why she drafted Molly McCage first. When you have a strong middle attack, it frees things up on the pins, and Allie Linehan benefited from that last week, so you're going to see a lot of attacks going to that middle, frame Linehan up on the pin.
We began with Brooke Nuneviller serving. Little tip. Nuneville will handle it. Tori Dixon gets worked on the joust.
How about that? Nutsara Tomcom at 5'8" wins the joust versus 6'3" Tori Dixon to get things started.
Setter wins the joust most often because why, Holly? They touch it second. Nutsara Tomcom serve. Solid pass, options available. And it's Nuneviller to Hentz to get that set off for Saucy. Willow Johnson takes her first swing and finds the deep corner. If you're just joining us for the first time, you are in for some of the best volleyball you will ever see. This is 44 world-class athletes on 4 teams. It's an innovative scoring system. We will work you through that week 4 action today, Sunday, and Monday. Shut down. Katie Luke says no.
Katie Luke's on that left pin, way over the net to shut down Zasi, number 91 for Team Hentz on the right side. Look at the press. That's such an important part of the block. Getting on the opponent's side of the net. You see the hand press over the net there.
Going back to Saucy. This time a hole in the block. Drives through it.
Alicia Childress feeding Zasi again, number 91 in orange, and she's able to find a seam. Looks like Team Hentz really trying to establish that right side to start.
From the right side again, off the block, hard. Tori Dixon will set Saucy this time. Block there. Great pickup by Alicia Childress. Childress works the middle quickly. That's Blake Mullen. So for scoring, there's lots of different ways to do it. You can win a match overall. The individual stats count as well. There's MVP voting at the end. Those are all tallied up. The four leaders on the leaderboard become the captains for the following week. Cross-court heat, too much from Captain Linehan.
And Team Linehan right now off to a really good start, both offensively and defensively.
Katie Lukes back to serve, and Nuneviller and Hentz kind of splitting the serve receive. You mentioned, Holly, both of them libros, great pass. Middle, Moeller says nope, solo.
And Blake Moeller really moved up the ranks in terms of being drafted higher. Really important for Team Hentz to get her involved. She was late joining Athletes Unlimited. She came week 2 and has had an impact already.
Yeah, she was a replacement player for somebody who was injured, Moeller out of Purdue. Quick outside to Linehan, just over the top, back third of the court.
In first contact, that pass and serve receive is so crucial to get their hitters in system. And Team Linehan so far handling the pass.
Dime pass, outside, Salzer comes in quick. They're working Linehan every time. She is so crafty.
Linehan's got all the weapons, but she's also in the front row with McCage and Willow Johnson, and that really puts a lot of pressure on the team on the other side of the net.
That's an all-star front line right there, and a lot of firepower. Watson serve, doesn't make it. Lindsay Stalzer serving. Nice front line on the other side, too. Of course, Brooke Nuneviller joins the front court. You got a front court setter in Alicia Childress. There you go, right at her chest. Willow Johnson attacks the setter.
Willow Johnson attacking right at that setter. Even if she doesn't dig it, or if she does dig it, someone else is going to have to step up and set that ball in transition. So always a good strategy.
Yeah, if you're learning the game, watch for that, how they will attack the setter. If she handles the first, that means they can't run their offense, and that reduces the chances of a middle hitting it exponentially. Ace serve to the back line. A service ace is worth 12 points. For every ace during this year's Athletes Unlimited volleyball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 930 trees have been committed thanks to Aspiration support. Now 931. Nuneviller. Linehan attacks hands very nicely. Nuneviller again doing the same. Pancake up and over. Morgan Hentz. How dare you pick up that ball. Hentz gets rid of it.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with the defense Team Linehan's playing. Linehan came from left front to pick up that short ball over the right side block, and they end up winning that point.
Tight ball. Able to get it on the line. Why is an out of system tight ball a good attack?
Well,
as you look at the leaderboard.
Yeah, anytime you're out of system, your offense becomes predictable, and a big block, especially at this level, can camp on those pins where they know that ball is going.
As we progress through the match, keep an eye on the leaderboard on the left side. It is dynamic. It will change with the live stats of each player, service ace, an attack, whatever it is. So it's really fun to watch positioning change.
For Team Linehan, Nutsara Tomcon, the setter, she's front row. She has a ton of confidence going to Molly McCage. That time there was not a connection, but she will try and feed McCage as much as she possibly can.
Yeah, and a pass like that makes it hard. Both setters are front court. Nuneviller. Look, Holly, she's undersized, and she's having so much success as an outside hitter. How?
Because she's dynamic and quick, and Childress, the setter for Team Hentz, is able to feed her quick, which creates space to kill through the block. That's her third kill.
Yeah, there's just not enough time for the block to form when it's that quick outside.
And that's how Nuneviller likes to attack. So again, that first contact, allowing the ball or the setter to run an in-system offense really helps Nuneviller on the left pin.
Captain Allie Linehan serving. Nuneviller again. Big jump, thunderous kill.
And it's the feed, right? Good pass, and then the fastball to the left side. It doesn't get very high, not higher than the antenna, and Nunneviller's able to score.
Tom is front court setter still. Molly McCage over the top. Saucy, great set. That's a beautiful out-of-system set.
It starts with a one-arm stab by Morgan Henson. It's all about her defense, setting her team up for success. Watch this ball out of the middle. This ball goes down 95% of the time, but not against Morgan Henson.
Join the Unlimited Club as a UC Gold member, and you're going to receive a Volleyball Gold box. The box includes an exclusive jersey, a Morgan Henson bobblehead, which is tons of fun, and more. Limited quantities are available, so go for gold today at auprosports.com/membership. There's a change of pace, and now Nunneviller's playing cat and mouse.
Brooke Nuneviller, that time on the right side of the court, comes in like she's going to crush it, and then a little finesse shot right over the block, able to drop.
Nuneviller is back court now, but that doesn't mean she's out of the offense. They can use her.
She can attack out of the back row behind that 3-meter line at any time.
Right back at you. Tori Dixon and Saucy, a beautiful block.
And for Team Linehan, Nutsara Tomcom is in the front row, so there's only 2 front row hitters, which makes the offense more predictable.
First tie of this match. And again, they're not able to run their middle to those passes off the net. Childress goes outside. Lukes is backed way up to allow the set to come. There's Nuneviller. We talked about her attacking from the back court, and she does. Net violation as well for Team Linehan.
Brooke Nuneviller immediately after the dig called Vic, which means back row quick in the middle of the court. This is the free ball, or the easy down ball. Look right in the setter's hands, and there's the Vic. Little finesse shot right over the middle. Net violation, trying to turn and get that for Team Linehan.
First lead of the match for Team Hens. How about that? Both Oregon Ducks. Willow Johnson lets it fly. Brooke Nuneviller picks it up. And Tori Dixon gets her first swing.
Alicia Childress is an Olympian. She knows how to get the ball to her middle attacker. Look at Tori Dixon drive in transition for that middle attack and kill.
When you're talking about her as an Olympian, Morgan Hens on Team USA, they just qualified again for the Olympics.
Katie Lukes ending a 4-point run for Team Hens, but yes, on the left side, Katie Lukes, she loves it fast as well. Very similar to Nuneviller, able to attack through that seam.
With the size of the middle blockers and the strength of the middle blockers, if the set's too high, they've got plenty of time to get out there and close the block. Looks like Nuneviller and Childress not really connecting on the back row quick set. Childress, Nuneviller's doing big broad jump.
Yeah, she is. She just needs to get her feet behind the ball a little bit more. Childress and Nuneviller are talking about it, just the location, and that's kind of the challenge of having a new teammate every week. And I feel like as the weekend goes on, they get more and more comfortable together.
That's what makes this so special as an individual championship. Who can adjust and adapt? Who can work with players and make everybody better each week on whatever team they're on?
Definitely, and that's why if you can do that successfully every week, that's why you become that individual champion.
Katie Lukes serving. Blake Moeller up front again in the middle. And that's the way it's successful. Just one attacker holding the middle.
So for Team Hens, we talk about them being in system. It starts with the first contact. They load up the left side block, or actually the right side block for Team Linehan, and that affects the timing of the blockers, and Team Hens able to score.
We'll step away as Team Hens gets a 2-point lead midway through set number 1. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball presented by Gatorade. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN is sponsored by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact, and fueled by Gatorade. Midway through set number 1 of our doubleheader, it's time to welcome in the third member of our team, Savannah Collins. Savannah has the insider info from this week's draft.
Well, this week's draft was not only the fastest AU volleyball draft ever, but of all 4 sports, 27 minutes. So what does that tell you? It's that these captains have a plan, and I think they're starting to pick up the tendencies of the ones around them. But Allie Linehan got a second chance this week after being a captain in week 2 where she went 0-3. She was so excited to get to do this again, and she talked about not feeling the weight of the entire team, that she has to do it all as the outside. She said that got in her head a little bit in week 2, so she's coming into this with a fresh perspective. She's excited about her connection with Nutsara that was just kind of starting in week 2, built in week 3. They were on the same team, and they're coming in strong for week 4. And then you have Morgan Hintz. I've said it once and I'm going to say it again. Morgan Hintz is all about the serve and pass. She talks about that constantly in the success of her teams, but the way that she really think it plays into their success is she wants her hitters to have the confidence to go for it. Now she thinks that's why they have so few errors on this team too.
When you got her digging the ball, it's right on the money. That's great, Savannah. Childress outside. Blake Moeller doing great work using all areas of the net. Linehan over the top. Big rally right out of the timeout. There's a better connection for Nunaviller and Childress. Willow Johnson gets a touch down the line.
Long rally there. You see the defensive hitter coverage from Team Hintz. That was the difference in that rally.
Yeah, it was. Savannah, I really thought it was interesting what you said about Linehan. Doesn't have to do it all, isn't carrying the load. How did she kind of come to that decision between week 2 when she was captain last and week 4?
Totally. You know, we talked about how in situations like that, and you feel like you didn't do how you wanted to in week 2, she's like, man, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to be a captain again. So few athletes get to step in that position, and it gave her time last week, not being a captain, to get to reflect on kind of her mentality and some things she needed to do differently. And you can see that in her pieces. It's why she went with Molly McCage first. She wanted this dominant middle to take on some of that load with her. She wanted to go for experience pieces throughout her offense. So in those moments on the court, at practice too, and in the huddle, she had these veteran voices around her. She's a rookie. She's doing this AU experience for the first time, and that was what she was looking for, to build a team that moved along with her throughout the week instead of feeling like she had to do it all by herself.
Thanks, Savannah. Right now, Team Linehan, the captain calls a challenge. Is this ball down or not is the question.
I think Team Hintz called the challenge.
Sorry. Yeah, saying it was not. Is it down?
Hard to tell. Nutsara Tomcom, a fantastic defensive setter in the backcourt, tries to slide under this ball and cannot tell if it got part of the floor first or if her hand gets there.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's very close. It has to be definitive in order to be overturned.
And the point was awarded to Team Linehan. So again, if the call stands, it's still going to go to Linehan. If it's confirmed is one thing, obviously, and then if it's overturned, it will be Team Hens. I can't make a decision. You?
I'm on the fence.
That's rare.
It is rare.
And they get it, a successful challenge for Morgan Hens and her team. So widens the lead, right? Instead of 15-14, Hens now up by 3, 16-13. That means that there was conclusive evidence that it hit the floor. Saucy serving. Gets an ace serve by Saucy.
More trees being planted. I like that one. Keep serving up aces. That's a pace right at Katie Luke in that backcourt, but in the seam between the two passers, and that's the key. You want to make passers move.
Especially, Holly, we talk about new teams every week. So again, you've got new seams every week.
And you're passing next to someone new, and you have to communicate in terms of responsibility every play.
And that's why Hens and Nunaville are being together again is such a big deal, because they can take more court, they communicate well, and as you mentioned, they were in Turkey together for Team USA playing this summer.
Alicia Childress trying to go to Blake Moeller, and she could not get her arm up quick enough to get on top of that ball. Goes wide.
Moeller doing a great work to going the long way around. She's at one end of the court, has to go all the way off one foot the other side. Erin Fairs out of Louisville serving. What a pass. Molly McCage is a blocking machine.
Molly McCage really came on strong last week. She was always strong before, but she has become dominant. Look at the eye work. She knows exactly where that ball's going by watching the ball come out of the setter's hands and good disciplined block.
Blocks and service aces are the highest play points you can get with 12 apiece. That kill by Saucy.
That time Saucy out of the back row. She's able to stay behind that 3-meter line. And this is a D ball instead of a C ball, so it's a little further out all the way to the sideline. And Hippa very good at attacking down that line.
So a yellow card is being awarded now. It's a warning. Just a little nudge from the officials. Staltzer's serve goes long. It can also, it wasn't intentional, but it cools the server a little bit back there waiting for it.
Sasa, number 9 for Team Hens, coming in to shore up the backcourt. 3 very strong passers for Team Hens.
This is the first time we have seen Sasa in this match. Kind of bouncing and warming up at the same time. Willow Johnson has a fierce lefty serve. Beautiful. Childress attacking it.
In my opinion, anytime you serve Morgan Hens, it's an error. I mean, you have to keep the ball off of her. She is too good on first contact.
That's a great point. And of course, Morgan Hens received Willow Johnson's serve in the Pac-12. Molly McCage, so great on that slide. Is going to be a challenge. Beautiful by Valentine Anderson. That's what Ellie Linehan does. Can't chase it.
Allie Linehan, 37 in blue, has a really nice cross body down that line from the left side, and she's been able to catch Saucy Hippa sneaking up defensively. Doesn't get her hands up in time to defend that ball for Team Hens.
Linehan in the back court. She's also an offensive weapon there. Very good on the bick. Luke's over the top. Childress quick to Nunaviller with that big jump. She's going right over. Hens clears everybody out. And Molly McCage says, I I know what you're thinking.
Well, Team Hent's Alicia Childress is a front row setter. So on a perfect pass, she's an attacker too. And Molly McCage knows her assignment. You cannot let the setter free at the net, especially someone as talented as Childress who can throw it down.
Power to the corner. Let's welcome in Blake Moeller from Team Hents. Blake, thank you for joining us for a little chair chat.
Yeah, of course. It's giving me a chance to catch my breath.
Yeah, what were you seeing out there on the court in terms of the challenges against Team Linehan?
The one we just did, the floor call? That was definitely
No,
down.
I meant what's challenging for your team to be able to play against this team?
Right now, it's just they have a lot of good attackers. So we're really having to focus on where we're reading and where we're committing to and what shots we're allowing their offensive players to hit. So our game plan, I'm not supposed to tell you guys, but we're shutting people down fast, and then we'll see how the rest of the game goes. We'll adapt.
Well, your stock has gone way up. I know you joined Athletes Unlimited late, but to get drafted where you did, what are you showing people in the gym?
I just like to work hard. You know, it took me a second to get my feet under me. The speed of the game is a lot quicker than what I was playing these past few months. So it just took me a few days to get my feet under me, but everyone's been so welcoming and great that it was so easy for me to get in the swing of things and the speed of the game again.
We're talking about the very varied attacks that you have on this team. What do you see as the strength for you personally in terms of what you can do attacking-wise and add?
Well, I think we have great defense, and that leads our attack to be really good. So when the ball's in system and play, it's easy for Alicia to find her hitters and we can just put the ball down. But we have good speed and we have good size at the net, so.
What's your favorite thing about playing for Captain Morgan Hentz?
Oh, she's just an amazing human being. She makes everything so fun, and I just love being around her. I love that this is my second week with her, and I love that she trusted me in this position on this team for this week.
Yeah, it's really special. We should let you go so you can get your head back in the game.
Yeah, I think I'm back on the court.
Thank you for joining us, Blake.
Yeah, thank y'all.
We hear that a lot about Morgan Hentz, just in terms of inspiring confidence. When your captain works the hardest, everybody else does.
We talk about how special Morgan Hentz is. Look at her get under this ball so her team can attack back, and then Team Hentz able to score in transition because there's a breakdown in communication.
Team Linehan taking a time out as Hentz is up by 2.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Check ball. Yeah. Check up. Right here. Check ball.
Let's forget about everything.
Let me see what you got.
Let us all.
Could be. Check up.
Are you serious? Check.
Morgan Hentz has really broken out this week. Look at her. She has the longest match win streaks of any player ever through Athletes Unlimited. I mean, we're talking about these 11, I should say this year, for the 11 match win streaks since she became captain.
And what a huge impact she's had as a libero, a player who only plays in the back row, but she is special.
She is, and people want to play for her. When you've got one of your best players, she's a current U.S. national team member who works as hard as she does, all boats rise. Off the block, Valentine Anderson chases it down. Lukes goes at hands again. Third time a charm. Close out of system attack. Saucy and Dixon shutting it down.
There was some crazy stuff going on Team Hens. Linehan, it continues to try and go to that left pin, but bodies flying, trying to keep it alive. And then watch the block on this inside. Zashka Hippa slides in to set that up.
Thunder. Beautiful kill from Lindsay Stalzer.
Defense is fueling offense for Team Hens. We've seen it. Zassi picks it up. Childress with the bump set, and Stalzer just pummels it cross court.
Pippa Stalzer and Dixon up front for Team Hens. Note that the setter is front court for Team Linehan. That back third of the court gets used so much by Team Linehan today.
And Karis Watson going cross court to that corner, not super sharp, but knowing that the corner is the only available space far away from Morgan Hens.
That's right. A little bit of keep away.
Absolutely.
Childress outside again, finding a bruise is Stalzer. They're assaults, not just kills.
And it's all about loading up the right side defense for Team Linehan. Tori Dixon, the middle blocker, 23 drives, and the block thinks the ball's going there, so they're on the way down. Stalzer able to score.
Team Hens took the lead at 12-11 and never looked back. It came down to big-time swings and all fueled by the defense. Set 2 coming up.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Rounds third, the throw home. Got her!
Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
My dad means the world to me. It's a full circle moment. Just he's put in all that work, and now being able to be at the same level he was at years ago, and he's coming to my games and supporting me. I do appreciate that I don't play baseball and that I play volleyball, something completely different, so he has no idea what's going on. I could have a terrible game. and he could be telling me, you played great, when I had 10 hitting errors. I do get an earful about keeping my body healthy and going in for extra training and doing all the things I need to be doing. So I get that all the time, but he does mean the world to me, and I look up to him not only as my dad, but as, you know, the great athlete he was and wanting to reach amazing areas in my career as well.
Set 1 in the books, Team Hentz over Team Linehan. Holly, really interesting listening to her saying, look, she gets a lot of nutrition advice from her parents as well.
Well, what an incredible inspiration to have your dad as a professional athlete. But you look back, she swam, played softball, played soccer, did karate, gymnastics. She was encouraged to do whatever she wanted and really try different sports and not just specialize, and I think that's beneficial.
Let's go into the action now with the Air National Guard and listen to Willow Johnson.
Willow, go Willow, go Willow. That's going to work all game, those deep corners.
Nice job, nice job.
Yeah, I'll wait a little bit longer. Okay. Keep the height there, it's good.
So good, Will.
Right. So good, so good. Yeah, you guys, every time we've hit a deep corner, it's scored. Yes. Every time. Yes. Good job. Great pickups, great pickups. Sorry for 2 seconds. Good job. Right now.
I love the advice by Willow Johnson. Deep corners, you heard her say it several times, but it's hard to put the ball down against Team Hentz. Those deep corners are available.
Let's take a look at some of the action of Willow today.
Willow Johnson lines up on that right side, going deep cross court, does the same from the left side, able to work it through the block there, and then that one down the line, beating Hentz.
Holly, for people learning the game, why are those deep corners a good idea?
Well, first of all, you've got 6 players, 3 in the backcourt. They can't cover everything. You've got 2 players on the perimeter and then 1 deep middle, so that leaves the corners deep open.
We'll see if they continue to take Willow Johnson's advice and attack those corners. Luke's beautiful pass. Tight. Lefty on the left side. Willow Johnson going for the line. Beautiful attack through the block. Let's check in on Savannah Collins. What's happening over there, Savannah?
Well, we've talked about Morgan Hentz's success as a captain, and with rosters that change and opponents that change too, I wanted to know, what is it about her groups week after week that do so well? And it's that Team Hentz just doesn't make mistakes. You can see their hitting errors compared to their opponents. It's half of the errors that their opponents will make on attack in their games. Their efficiency is so much higher. And that efficiency is one of the best of any team at Athletes Unlimited. Same in serve receive. They're on average making less errors in that category as well. Twice, Team Hentz has only committed 6 attack errors in a match. No team in all of Athletes Unlimited history has ever done it. And Team Hentz, across these couple weeks, has done it twice. So you're just not going to see them mess up very often, and they're not giving away free points.
And Holly, it all comes from Hentz, all of those numbers, right? Attacking everything, it's all about her pass.
Well, those are incredible stats to back up what we see. Yes, obviously, if they're digging the ball, there's hitter coverage. There's so many things that makes the hitter more confident. And obviously, that first contact allows hitters and setters to stay in system.
And the efficiency, as you talk about in system. So again, the defense and her drafting Brooke Nuneviller, a brilliant move because it doubles basically their solidity in the back court. Don't know that solidity is a word, but you know what I'm saying. Their defense is solidified. There's a perfect example of attacking deep.
Deep. Katie Luke gets that flat and deep to the corner, and it gets away from Brooke Nuneviller. Willow Johnson's advice paying off.
If you want to keep up with Athletes Unlimited, visit auprosports.com. news, live leaderboard, player profiles. You can find everything on there. It's really deep. And it's fun to follow along as you're watching matches too.
I like the strategy of a short serve. It's disruptive. It's hard for a back row passer to get to. This one pops over the net. Katie Lukes thinks she has open net. Alicia Childress of Team Hens comes up with a big block.
Valentine Anderson, beautiful pass there. And just like we talked about with Hens, excuse me, Velez Augusto picks up a beautiful pass to run their offense.
And that's key, that first contact, putting the ball in your setter's hands. She's got offensive weapons in the front row for Team Linehan.
Looking at Team Linehan right now, this is a big lineup for them up front. Willow Johnson on one side, Luke's on the other, and Molly McCage in the middle.
Right now, Alicia Childress for Team Hens in the front row, running Blake Moeller behind for that side out point. High percentage play to those middle attackers because they're in system.
Pass is there. Trying to chase it the other way. Willow Johnson just going to work time after time.
Chiseling off the block, and that ball went wide. Blake Moeller, the left back defensive player, unable to bring that back for Team Hens.
Willow Johnson serve into the net. So Alicia Childress will serve now.
Team Linehan right now, Nutsara Tomcom is in the front row setter, hitters stacked on the left.
Molly McCage puts it up. It's going to be a free ball, an opportunity for Team Hens, and they use it, Holly, by going to the middle.
Tori Dixon gets in position, in transition to attack that gap ball. It's called the 3-set, and she's been very effective attacking that ball off the dig.
Molly McCage crushes on the slide.
Molly McCage drives so hard, big, powerful steps, and she's been really effective offensively, scoring for Team Linehan.
A substitution as Erin Fairs enters. Nona Viller may have gotten saved by Willow Johnson on that. Les Augusto, beautiful pick up. That one outside the antenna by Zassi.
Missed opportunity on the wide transition set, and Team Linehan scoring a couple points.
Pass is good. They go to Tori Dixon in the middle again. Too hot to handle a chase. And we are locked at 7-all in set number 2.
Molly McCage, again, having a huge impact offensively. And when your middles can score that consistently, it's going to free things up for Allie Linehan on that left pin.
Fairs continues to serve. Into the net as Brooke Nunaviller goes back to serve. We see Stalzer come in up front. Team Hens with a narrow 8-7 lead. Linehan off the block. Velez Augusto goes speed. How about that? A bump slide set. Wow. And we never see those bump slide sets, Holly. Never.
I bet they practiced that this week because the celebration was fantastic. When your libero can set a bump set to Molly McCage on the right side, that was impressive.
Nice pass. Missed connection and an opportunity for Team Linehan as they now take the lead. And we're on a little bit of a seesaw back and forth. 9-8, Team Linehan. Front court setter for Team Linehan as well, Nutsara. Flat serve, beautiful by Molly McCage. Coming in quickly, and big hugs for Nutsara Tomcom with the block.
Well, Team Hentz is trying to go for the mismatch. Nutsara Tomcom, she is a shorter setter, about 5'7". So Team Hentz wants to take advantage of that play at the net and go over, but they didn't. They hit into her block.
Plenty to talk about as these teams take a break, Holly. For Team Linehan, it seems like there's some renewed spirit. What have you seen that's a difference between first set and this?
I feel like offense by Molly McCage has been a difference. They've been serving the ball well. Couple defensive plays, and Linehan's been able to score. I mean, it's a bunch of things combined, but scoring is big. You need to put the ball down against Team Hentz, and it's not easy.
Out of the timeout, a 10-8 lead for Team Linehan as Molly McCage goes back to serve. A little bit long and a break for Team Hentz.
Tori Dixon last week came up with a couple of aces. She's good at serving cross court to that deep corner.
Dixon backs up Fairs. Beautiful pass by Erin Fairs. Childress runs middle. Nutsara goes back to Willow Johnson from the backcourt. Dig is up. Velez Augusto. Long rally. Both teams hitting corners. They go out to the slide to Watson, hitting it wide.
Karis Watson tried to get that ball, just couldn't get her feet under her to stay behind it. Fantastic defense on both sides of the net and really positive block touches, which is allowing the backcourt to control it and attack back.
We are tied again. It's the third tie of the set, locked up at 10s.
There's that short serve I talked about.
And a net violation, a little graze of the net from Team Linehan middle.
Alicia Childress very confident in setting Blake Moeller in the middle for Team Hentz, number 20 in orange.
Tori Dixon behind the service line now. 11-10, Team Hentz leading. Nutsara outside to Linehan, top over the block. Brooke Nunaviller coming from behind. Nutsara goes back out to Linehan. Powerful kill off the block.
And you see that Allie Linehan on the left side has room to work. Big seam in the block because they've already established all those other offensive weapons.
Nutsara Tomcom serving now, locked at 11, fourth tie of this set. Back to Sassi, and a thunderous kill tagging the opposite sideline.
Sassi shows so much range from that right side, that opposite attacking position. We've seen her go down that line, but that time inside the 3-meter line, sharp angle.
Sassi for Team Hentz behind the service line, sends it long, and we're on a seesaw back, tied at 12.
Both teams working to try and open something up. Hard to run away, but you need stops.
Captain Linehan serving. It's a little float serve. Comes back over to Team Linehan, and Willow Johnson, a ripper from the right side to the deep corner.
And she is definitely listening to her own advice. She loves to hit that sharp angle from the right side, but that one going deep corner for the kill.
A little bit of moisture on the floor as Brooke Nuneviller laid out, trying to dig her fellow Oregon Ducks heat. Team Linehan +1, score is 13-12 as Allie Linehan serves. Front court setter for Team Hentz. That's a shutdown block. Erin Fairs on the left side, up and over Quiets Muller.
And Erin Fairs knew that ball was going to that pin and just got set up, disciplined press, and it pays off for the Louisville alum. They're on a 3-point run right now, up 14-12.
Team Linehan is, and Allie Linehan serving. Pass is good. They use Brooke Nuneviller in the backcourt for a little touch. Willow Johnson, though, comes right up with a cannon of an arm going off the hands of Moeller and Stalzer.
And I feel like Willow Johnson has really made an adjustment. She's hitting flat and deep. That one going line off the block. She's been able to score with those kind of swings.
At 15-12 on a 4-0 run for Team Linehan, we take a timeout. We talked about Willow Johnson hitting the deep corners as well, and I think when you're seeing flat, is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, she's hitting deep. She likes to hit the ball down, but now she's hitting deep and more flat, and it's paid off against Team Hentz.
What has changed the gear right now for Team Linehan? They had trailed early on. What changed in the second set as they lead 15-12?
Defense. They've been able to get stops against Team Hentz. We saw a block by Erin Fairs. We've seen different plays where they've been able to shut down Team Hentz's offense. Some miscues for Team Hentz hitting out of the back row hasn't been that clean. And right now, Team Linehan on a roll. 4-point run.
Midway through the second set, it's Team Linehan leading 15-12. It's been a little more pressure. What can Team Hentz do right now to kind of stop this 4-point run?
It starts with the side out, and usually they do that really well, but they became a little predictable. Couple passing errors, and it's been digs and stops and blocks, and right now Linehan's been able to stop them. So it starts with the first contact, and I'd love to see Team Hentz run their middle attack.
Well, and you talk about the digs. I mean, Allie Linehan and Nomaris Velez Augusto, each with 7 digs on that side, and that's really important when you're playing Team Hentz.
You need to have stops, and anytime you can keep the ball off the floor and keep your team in a position to score, that's going to help you beat a team that has Morgan Hentz on their side.
Important as well for Allie Linehan's team.
Percentage out of all the attackers, so as long as she can put herself in positions to score, I think she can score regardless of who's on the other side of the net.
Beautiful pancake up by Velez Augusto. Outside, Stalzer. And the connection between Nutsara and Johnson is pitch perfect.
And the transition ball, Willow Johnson able to score fast on that right side, but Nutsara Tomcom really does a nice job locating the ball, putting their hitters in strong positions to score.
Linehan continuing to serve. To the deep corner. Stalzer, off hands. Linehan not only digs, but shovels it back in the court. Hippa blocks out, and that will end the run at 5.
I'll tell you, Morgan Hens flew over from left back to dig a ball almost on the right sideline to keep it alive for Team Hens. Team Hens needed that point.
A 3-point deficit now, 13 serving 16. Stalzer serving. Velez Augusto handles it. And the magic touch from Willow Johnson time and time again. Brooke Nuneviller goes off those fingertips of the big block. From the backcourt, beautiful set delivered by Childress. Uh-oh. It's a left-handed hitter, and Willow Johnson uses her right hand because that set was going outside.
And that threw off the blocker, her former teammate, Brooke Nuneviller, the left front blocker. Point Team Linehan, and Molly McCage re-enters the front row for Team Linehan. That's a good thing for Team Linehan in blue.
Yeah, Team Linehan leading now 17-13, as you mentioned, Aaron Ferris, Molly McCage, and Willow Johnson up front. Uh-oh. And just a misconnection. And Holly, it's really, that was a little high, and we've talked about the speed that Nuneviller desires.
Yeah, I think in terms of timing, you have to trust your setter's going to get you the ball in tempo with the right footwork, and it has not been working so far.
Service goes to Nuneviller. She gets the ball back, and revenge on the block.
And there's a better rhythm there, faster. And Brooke Nuneviller is able to work inside. You know, an interesting observation, if you look at Team Hens, they're one hitter down. Betty De La Cruz will be joining them Sunday. And in my opinion, they're short one hitter on the left side who's been able to score at a high clip.
Yeah, Betty De La Cruz has been playing with the national team from the Dominican Republic. Still 5th overall on the leaderboard, which is really remarkable. Holly, as a former NCAA champion setter, when Alicia Glass went back to Nuneviller after the misconnection, what does that tell you?
Tells you she's got a lot of confidence. She knows she needs to get Nuneviller in positions to score. They need to find their rhythm. This is their first match of the weekend. They need to find that timing. So it just gives the hitter a lot of confidence that she's going to go right back and figure it out.
Blake Moeller serve deep. Tom-com. And it's an inside set always for Willow Johnson because of that left hand. It's a battle. Beautiful dig by Blake Moeller. And the problem for that one, Holly, trying to get around it is Sassi.
Yeah, that was a tough ball inside for a right-handed player on the right side, but I love the dig by Blake Moeller in left back, kind of a self-defense move to keep it alive.
Team Linehan leading 19-16 in the second set after dropping the first. Outside, Nuneviller. Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. We were having some technical difficulties, but we're happy to bring you back to the action. We are in set number 2. 17 for Team Hens serving Team Linehan at 19. They've made a setting change for Team Linehan, bringing in Tegenroot. How is she a different look?
Taylor Bruns Tegenroot has been playing with Tom-com. She's a little bit bigger block in the front row, so Team Linehan looking for stops in the front row.
Erin Fairs serving as Team Linehan reaches that 20-point mark. Now, we talked about the win streak of Morgan Hens, and it'll be really interesting. So much pressure on her, as you mentioned, one down. And we'll take a time out for Team Hens. 17 for Hens, 21 for Linehan.
check ball.
Yeah, check up.
Right here, check ball.
Let me see what you got. Could be.
Check up.
Oh, you serious? Check.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Welcome back to Legacy Park. We were having some technical difficulties. We're back with you. What you missed was this. Team Linehan went on a roll. They had a little bit of a run, Holly. What allowed them to take the lead in this set?
Defense. They've been able to get stops, a couple of miscues for Team Hens offensively, and Team Linehan's been able to capitalize on those.
Nunneviller's pass. Crusher, and it's been a shootout between Willow Johnson and Brooke Nunneviller. That's a quick one to the pin. The connection's still slightly off as that one hits the antenna.
I agree. Taylor Bruns Tegenroot in there to put up a bigger block for Team Linehan on the right side. It's interesting, last week I asked her about that role. She said, look, I've gone in the back row to play defense, never the front row. But she's got a front row setter in Nutsara Tomcom that is smaller than she is.
That'll pull Team Hens within 4, 18 serving 22.
And it's go time if you're Team Hens. You need to score. Stalzer coming in at that left side position for Team Hens.
I'm looking at Tegenroot. I'm reading signs a little bit. And this match is tied at 43-43. Overall aggregate score is points at the end of the third set. We play 3 sets no matter what. And Team Hens pulls ahead in the overall score, but they still trail in this set, 19-22.
Watch this transition ball after the defense from Team Hens. Good deflection off the block, and then Tori Dixon again driving in that middle attack, little left-hand kill in the middle.
Linehan, when she comes in with that speed on an approach, you know it's going to be something special.
In flat hands, high off the block, drives that ball deep over the defense. Defense is in the court, but that takes it too far out of reach. Nice swing by Linehan.
Match score again is tied overall 23-19 in this set. That opens the door, but just a little. Team Hens really can't afford another one, or it will put Team Linehan at set point. Keep in mind that Team Linehan has not won a match under Allie Linehan's captainship in the second week. She's looking for a win. Over dig. With authority, Linehan unloads.
In credit, Taylor Bruns Tegenroot, number 17 in blue, for getting that ball out to Allie Linehan fast on that left pin. And now Nutsara Tomcom will come in for Team Linehan. I love the way she plays defense.
So again, that's what they had. They were using Tegenroot up front. This is set point, Team Linehan. Opens the door, but just a crack. It'll still be set point Team Linehan's, set point number 2.
Can Team Hens stop Team Linehan? They've got 3 hitters all stacked on the left side of the court.
Will Saucy serve into that? Nope, she goes the other way. Tough ball. We'll just move to set point number 3 for Team Linehan. Team Hens has to be perfect from here on out. One mistake by them gives Linehan the set.
But the service pressure is key at this moment. This ball gets Aaron Fairs and Nomaris Velez-Agasto in the seam, and Team Penn's able to score.
That one sails long, and with that error, Team Linehan wins the set. Big smiles for Captain Linehan and company. They also go ahead in the aggregate score overall. We've got one more set to go in the first of our doubleheader today. We'll step away for a break before set number 3. Team Blue, Team Linehan, leading this match 47-46 overall. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN is sponsored by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact, and fueled by Gatorade.
Morgan Hens, she means a lot, I think, to everyone, mostly because she's just a kind and sweet soul.
Alicia is a role model for me. Seeing her pursue her dreams as a mother now is really inspiring and admirable, and she's showing that female athletes can do it.
Dug again by Hens, who's under it.
Morgan Hens with the play of the rally.
On the court, she's so fiery and competitive. She really plays every single ball, plays every single rally the hardest she can possibly play. And that's inspiring. Like, people are like, if she's going that hard, then I need to dial it up a notch or two.
She's just this calm, poised person who provides such great advice, whether it's on the court or off the court. She's truly just an amazing woman, and I feel really lucky to know her.
Mutual admiration society between Alicia Childress and Morgan Hens.
And Alicia Childress spent 1 year on the bench with the Stanford volleyball team, and so they had some interaction there as well, but just so much respect. And the former Alicia Glass, now Alicia Childress, won national championships at Penn State, as did Morgan Hens at Stanford.
That's pretty great when you can draft your former assistant coach. Let's go into the action right now and listen to Tori Dixon.
Yes. Okay, she's going to hit it really hard. Strong hands. Inside, inside. Yes! Oh, dear God. Cover you, don't worry.
That was athletic.
Oh, I'm always athletic.
You really get an idea of how hard the middle is when she's saying, dear God, because these rallies have been really long.
And she also said she hits it really hard, so make sure your hands are strong. She's got 3 kills hitting 750, but I love the dialogue with the blockers that are blocking next to her. It's so important to communicate.
And did you hear one of her teammates say to her at the very end, you're athletic, and she just said, I'm always athletic. Linehan coming back to start this set. We start this set with Team Hentz up by 1 in the overall aggregate score, 47-46. Now up by 2.
And Team Hentz looking for offense, and running Blake Moeller behind is an added bonus. She's been able to create some offense out of the middle for Team Hentz.
Lindsay Stalzer. Decent pass. Tom-Com reaches the very top of it. A couple of consecutive points, and we should mention, Holly, was scoring, that Team Linehan got 40 points for winning that set. Team Hentz got 40 points for winning the first set. Same for this, but then you get 60 points if you win the overall aggregate score per player. So it's worth a lot of points to win points.
And Blake Moeller just had some big stat points with a kill and a block for Team Hentz. And now what a dig. Team Hentz on the floor, keeping it alive.
Linehan, crusher, yet again.
Allie Linehan working that seam between Childress and Moeller of Team Hentz.
Allie Linehan picks up her 7th kill. Nutsara Tom-Com has a really nice serve. We've seen her go on some runs. Alicia Childress, front court for Team Hentz. Quick to Brooke Nuneviller, and she has been the big mover in this match.
We talk about Brooke Nuneviller and what she brings to the court. Fantastic pass by Stalzer, and look at that ball get outside the block of Team Linehan. Brooke Nuneviller down the line to score.
After 2 sets, she had 153 stat points and moved from 7th on the leaderboard up to 4th. Dixon over the top of the block.
And Team Hentz liking to run their middle attackers behind the setter, opening things up, and Tori Dixon with her 4th kill.
Moeller's serve. Willow Johnson, that's a tough ball, and she finds the line corner.
When you're a left-handed attacker on the left side of the court, the ball has to cross your body and get to your left hand, so it's a lot of footwork, but Willow Johnson able to score down that line.
Morgan Hentz, dime pass as usual. Erin Fairs goes outside. And I love that decision. We call that long string against the grain. As Tom-Com is going forward, she sets back.
Beautiful change of directions, but it starts with the defense. Nomaras Velez Agosto. Watch her in white on the far side. One arm stab, pops it up, and then back bumps it all the way across the court, allowing Willow Johnson a seam to score.
This will be Willow again. And if that shoulder's not closed, that's going to happen.
Inside the block of Dixon, sharp angle. We've seen Willow Johnson going deep into the court, but that one she turned sharp for Team Linehan.
Little run for Team Linehan. Alicia Glass goes with the flow. It was kind of heading over, and she just made it speed up a little bit.
Alicia Childress was a front row setter on that last play. And she is an attacker when she's in the front row. Ball's right in her hands. Blocker cheats out to stop Nunaviller, and she's able to score.
Gabby Blossom in now, number 31 on Team Hents. With that serve now, keep in mind, Gabby Blossom set for San Diego last year in that magical run to the national semifinals. She's going to be running this offense right now for Team Hents. Gotta have a good pass. An overpass kill.
You see Willow Johnson leaping up that leaderboard. She's 11 kills, hitting .410.
The dynamic leaderboard is always fun. You can watch people move, and that's what we were talking about with Brooke Nunaviller, who right now is in 4th place. She started today at 7th. Big mover so far as she's gone from 7th to 4th.
And Team Hents will leave Gabby Blossom in the back row to run the offense for Team Hents.
Willow Johnson, it's a snap.
Willow Johnson, we heard her mic'd up. She's gonna attack those deep corners. She is on fire. That's her 12th kill, hitting around 500 for Team Linehan. This ball gets away from Gabby Blossom.
Quick math, 12 kills gets you 144 points. And coming the other way, Stalzer, you talked about them being down one outside hitter with Betty De La Cruz. Stalzer stepping in and doing a job.
She is. Lindsay Stalzer was playing on the opposite last week. It's just a big role to fill because it's such a tough spot to play on the left side because you're out of system a lot. But Lindsay Stalzer, number 29 in orange, takes a big swing for Team Hents.
Team Hents up 1 in the aggregate score as we are tied in set number 3. Outside to Fair, snap back. And once again, the aggregate score is locked up, 54 apiece.
Nutsara Tomcom stays on the ground and pushes this ball so fast out to the antenna. No middle blocker can catch up with that ball, and Erin Fair scores on that left side pin.
Hence, perfect pass. Linehan, and a beautiful scoop by Nunaviller to set up this set and attack. McCage, cannon of an arm and a net violation.
How about Molly McCage in transition, big time swing for Team Linehan, and that takes the pressure off Linehan on the left side when she's got such a powerful middle attacker.
Team Linehan now up 1 in the aggregate score. There's 100 points on the line. You win the set, and if you win the aggregate, that's 100 more points for each player on the team. And we're seeing the aggregate score go back and forth, the sum of all 3 sets. Bang! Will we see a Captain McCage at some point soon?
I think so. Team Hents is trying to get that matchup against Nutsara Tomcom on the right side, but Team Linehan's been able to dig it back, and then Molly McCage, too much to handle one-on-one on the right side.
Blossom. Nice set went to Saucy. She'll go back again. Block is there again. Hents on the cover. Block slowing things down. Lots of positive touches. And again, they're attacking the setter and Gabby Blossom. So Hents has to set it. She's a terrific setting libero.
So important when your setter, Gabby Blossom, came up with a really good dig, and Morgan Hents able to put Saucy in position to score on this right side. Look at 91, work for her approach and go down that line for the kill.
Outside to Linehan. Willow Johnson answering back, and up by 3 in the set and up by 2 in the aggregate score. 57-55. Wondering if we could have a golden set here, Holly, when the aggregate score is exactly even.
We could. It's been a back and forth battle.
There's only been 2 golden sets in the history of Athletes Unlimited.
Lindsay
and a kill off hands. Let's bring in Marin Grote for a chair chat. Marin, welcome to the show. This is a really important moment here for Team Hens as you guys are going back and forth on the aggregate score. What do you think is going to make the difference for Team Hens?
I think for Team Hens, it's just playing our game. You know, Team Blues, they got a lot of weapons, so we just got to slow the ball down on our side, play our game, and play as a whole unit.
Childress with the solo block there. What was your focus on the last time out to slow down Team Linehan?
Just playing our game. We're a little spastic out on the court right now. Blockers are kind of not doing their job, but like, anyways,
okay.
Basically, we just got to calm down, play our game, use our eyes, trust our instincts, because that's what we need to do, and that's the right move right now.
Yeah, and there's another block slowing things down. When you're watching this match back and forth defensively to defend Willow Johnson, kind of what's the key to success?
The key to success is taking her line. She's got a nasty line shot, so you take away her power and force her to find other solutions, and for us, that's been working our whole game. I think she's only hit line once, and I think that's working really well for us.
Thank you for the insight, Coach Grote. That was great, Marin. Thank you. Set 3 continuing 10-12. Team Hens down. Team Linehan. Just to slow down Brooke Nuneviller. That's going to be a key to their success if they can do it.
I'd love to see both teams going back to their middle a little bit more. I feel like they're going to their tried and true on the pins, which has worked, but establishing those middles will free things up and take the pressure off the left-siders.
Uh-oh. Cleaning that up. When you see that ball coming as a middle, it's like lunch. Yes, please.
Lunch for Tori Dixon, and that's all because Blake Moeller is attacking from the back line. Really strong serve for Team Hens.
Brooke Nuneviller, meanwhile, with a double-double, 10 kills and 12 digs. It did tag the back line according to the line judge and the up official.
It wasn't a clean connection, but Karis Watson able to keep it in the court to the back corner.
Aggregate score at 59 is tied. Willow Johnson put everything she had into that, and we have our 5th tie right now of set number 3. Team Hens +1 in the aggregate while we're at this tie.
And Gabby Blossom back on for Team Hens to set out of the back row.
Over the top. And because Gabby Blossom's backcourt, she cannot defend that overpass.
Correct. A couple overpasses when she's in the back row and she can't jump up and block or do anything. It's a helpless feeling as a setter.
Yeah.
No, in slow motion. I know that.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because you want to get up and joust with him. Service error, and now Team Hens +1 in the aggregate as we are tied for a 6th time in this set. Nuneviller has a softer serve. It'll go back. Willow Johnson carving across court. Willow Johnson down the line, as Marin Grote said, and cross court deadly too.
Saucy, number 91 in orange, could not dig it. Team Linehan up 15-14 in this 3rd set.
Check ball.
Forgive all those wrongs.
Yeah.
Check up. Right here. Check ball.
Let's forget about everything.
Let me see what you got.
Let us go.
Could be.
Check up.
Are you serious? Check.
Molly McCage, touch, turn, deliver.
Nutsara Tomcom feeds Molly McCage, who's been very dangerous in the middle.
Nutsara is such a fun teammate. On and off the court. On the court, she's creative. She's an unorthodox setter. I've never seen or played with a setter like Nutsara. So that kind of creativity and playfulness is fun to play with, and then also just to be around as a professional, because I think being a professional athlete, you sometimes, this is my job, this is my career, it can get very serious. Nutsara is always like, yeah, like this is so much fun. We get to do this, like we get to play volleyball, we get to be with our best friends and play a sport, and it's something I really love about her leadership.
Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited Volleyball, where we are seeing that connection between McCage and Nutsara play out in this match. And Molly, when she talks about she's never played with anybody like Nutsara, here's what she means by that. One, it's this indescribable joy that Molly has tried to put words to, that she's always smiling so long as she's on the volleyball court. And then as a setter, she is creative. She is going to do unorthodox things. She is not afraid to take a risk in system, out of system. And in the middle of the week, Nutsara will come up with new sets. Last week, they were running something called Apple. They designed that set in the middle of the week. It was something Nutsara thought would work. So that's what Molly means and why she loves playing with her. She keeps her on her toes. She challenges her as a middle, and she has loved playing with her again this season.
You're seeing that a lot. I suppose the team's really loving the creativity that they get to do in a very short period of time as the new teams are selected.
Absolutely, and I think Nutsara does that maybe better than anybody else because she's not afraid to take risks. I was listening to the team Linehan huddle, and they said she's running this offense from her forearms. She is not afraid to bam, bam, set it, have a bump set. Aaron Fair says that bump set is golden, so Nutsara is at any point going to keep everybody, offense and defense, on their toes.
Yeah, a great point, Savannah. Holly, we had never seen anybody bump set the slide like that before Nutsara did it.
Well, it's actually Nomar as well as Augusto
there you
in
go.
transition, but Nutsara Tomcom uses her platform very well to stay in system and run quick tempo sets.
Saucy. And once again, the aggregate score is tied at 62 apiece. Dixon. Outside to Fairs. Tegenrud again up front. We saw this substitution last time. The out-of-system setting by other teammates is pretty darn good. That one, though, off the net, harder to hit.
And for Saucy, when she's on the right side, if they could get her a little bit wider, she's very rangy and can attack down the line, but that inside transition set is limiting her offense off the dig.
Why is an out-of-system set better on the net than off the net?
Well, it just gives you more range to attack the court.
Off the block. Team Linehan evens up the aggregate again at 63.
And it's going to come down to who can go on a scoring run right now. For Team Linehan, They've got a setter in the front row. Taylor Bruns Tegenroot. She is a lefty. She can attack that second ball.
Linehan and Brooke Nuneviller. Nice calm pass so she can get this. Beck, it's not down. Wow, Erin Fairs doing terrific work in the backcourt. That is a very hard hit to do. Lindsay stalls her over her shoulder.
We are seeing defense played at a very high level. At the end of this play, Childress pushes this ball up to Stalzer, and the block from Team Linehan is pulled off the net. You have to stay pressed to get that block on the other side of the net.
Powerful. Nuneviller gets under it. Trying to go to the line. Ball is up and out. Saucy serving. Team Hens up by 1 in the set, up by 2 in the aggregate. 100 points on the line. Whoever can grab both of those numbers. Over. That's what a Miller blocker does, just patrols that net.
Molly McCage made that point possible. Tough serve, drops on Brooke Nuneviller, and she can't keep it on her side of the net. Easy kill out of the middle for Watson.
Molly McCage serving. Will they try to go away from Hens? Absolutely. Moeller, and what a dig by McCage. A kill by Team Linehan as they go up by 2 and lead in the overall score.
We talk about Molly McCage and her effect on a game in the front row. Look at her playing left back, digging that ball, allowing her team to strike back, and Linehan able to score in transition.
That left foot on the line for Molly McCage is such an important thing for defenders to do.
Yeah, the position, taking away the court, not being in a position where you allow the ball to drop in. And Molly McCage taking pride in her backcourt defense. I like it.
For every ace during this year's Athletes Unlimited volleyball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 930 trees have been committed thanks to Aspiration's support.
We can add at least 20 more. Look at this backcourt ace by Willow Johnson, and then Saucy for Team Hens with an ace of her own.
It's one of the things that's special about Aspiration and Athletes Unlimited is that it's a whole cause, like in terms of the environment. It's driven by the players in terms of coaching and leading these teams. It's unique and certainly the only individual championship. Allie Linehan, as a captain, having a great day as a player.
Allie Linehan gets a chance, another chance, her second chance as a captain, and she is taking care of business. Left side, both defensively and offensively. Doing a really nice job leading her team, and I like the way she drafted with Molly McCage taking some pressure off of her.
Yeah, 9 kills, 17 digs. 17 digs, that's a huge amount of digs for Linehan. Leads her team. Molly McCage behind the service line. Team Linehan, lots of joy as they won that second set. It's very hard to beat Morgan Hens's team, and as we talked about, 11 consecutive wins. Trying to go off the arms, do not get it. Team Linehan +3 late in this set.
Molly McCage getting Team Hens out of system, and they played ahead of that whole point because of it.
Stalzer. What a dig by Nuneviller. Willow Johnson making her pass this first ball so she can't hit it. But guess what? Setter's front court and left-handed.
The benefit of having a left-handed setter, Taylor Bruns-Tegenroot just rips that second ball deep to that corner, just like Willow Johnson, one of her teammates, talked about on the bench. 5-point run right now for Team Linehan.
Over. Out to Allie Linehan. Use of the block. Linehan steamrolling, and they're +4 on the aggregate score. So Team Hens has to get going if they want to win that overall. Timeout taken by Team Hens.
Team Hens has gone away from running their middle attackers, and I think it's affecting them in terms of offensive output.
Morgan Hens, has a streak coming into this. And she's one of the most successful athletes in Athletes Unlimited Sports overall in terms of longest game match win streaks, all sports. Hens with 11, it's in jeopardy here right now. Jordan Roberts and Odyssey Alexander also 11 in their sports as well in terms of softball. Holly, we're gonna see this change right here?
Well, first of all, domination by all three of those athletes, really impressive. In terms of momentum, right now, Allie Linehan's team has all the momentum.
April 15th, 2022 to present. That graphic could change depending on what happens here. How did Linehan's team grab the momentum in this set?
Defense, and then they've been able to transition for kills, and that's a combination in a well-balanced offense where I feel like Team Hens has been a little bit too left side heavy.
Savannah Collins told us early in this match about Allie Linehan and her procedures in terms of the draft, how much she wanted to come back and have a more positive experience. Allie was telling me, look, you feel bad when your team loses as a captain because you know that's points for your players. Solo. Linehan gets it. It is set point and match point, Team Linehan.
Solo block on the pin. Allie Linehan gets up and over to score that last 24th point.
Nuneviller left hand. It's not over.
Big cushion for Team Linehan. All they need to do is one side out to win this set.
They win the set and the match. 100 points on the line. It's a set and match point number 2 for Team Linehan. Keep in mind, Linehan has not yet gotten a match win. Back again, off hands. Front court setter, and just a little long by about 6 feet or so.
Team Hens trying to get some stops defensively. Right now, Team Linehan setter in the front row, hitter stacked on the left side.
Set and match point number 3 for Team Linehan. And now, Holly, it's getting really close in the aggregate score. Team Linehan up by 2.
Chipping away, and that's all Hens can ask for at this point.
Team Linehan will take a timeout. What a thriller of a match. Team Hens takes set number 1, 25-21. Linehan responds 25-22. And in this third set, Team Linehan has been at set point now 3 times as Team Hens just keeps fighting them off.
Very similar stat lines. Both teams have 8 blocks. Team Hens is hitting 230 compared to Team Linehan's 220, and they're tied up in terms of aces. Linehan with 1 more dig than Hens team, but I mean, it's been back and forth all match long.
Whoever wins this set wins the match as well. It's a full 100 points on the line. Just looking at the score, the match score is 70-68. So 2 more points to be tied up, it'd be 24-23. So it's really about who gets that 25 first. Linehan gets it first, they win both the set and the match. If Hentz is able to get to 26-24, they win the set and the match. Savannah Collins, no doubt, on the edge of her seat.
Well, we've talked about momentum so much in this match. I got to give a shout out to the unsung hero. It's this Team Linehan bench. Not only are they loud and involved, but they've got some organized cheers that come Sunday, I think I need to know a couple of them so we can bust them out on air. They are in this match just like the players on the floor.
I love it. Linehan swinging for the match. Nuneviller keeping it in. Linehan tags the sideline, and they do it. There's going to be a challenge from Morgan Hentz saying, "Not so fast, my friend."
Morgan Hentz thinks that ball is wide. She said, "I am pretty sure that was out." She was coming into the court to play defense, and that ball hit wide on her.
Here's what's on the line as we look at it.
Oh, wow. That ball looks wide to me.
Here's what's at stake with this challenge. The aggregate score, if the call gets overturned, would be 69-70. Linehan still in charge. And the set score would be 24-22. So a lot on the line here. A good way to up your points as a player is with win points if you're on a winning team, and that's how Hentz got there. The call stands. Now the celebration. First win for Captain Linehan and 140 points in this match for her teammates.
And obviously celebrating that first victory, they had a really strong performance, beating Team Hentz, who's been undefeated so far.
Yeah, it snaps that win streak that we talked about for Morgan Hentz. The 3 players, with the 2 softball players as well, will be tied at 11 matches for the longest win streak. What made the difference, Holly?
Defense. And Team Linehan did it better, actually. They had more stops, it seemed like, because they were able to transition back for kills, and that was the difference when it came down to it. It was just a couple-point difference.
Yeah, it was one more dig for them, 63-62. Savannah is ready with the captain, a very happy Allie Linehan.
Captain Linehan, your first win. How sweet is it?
It's great. You know, week 2 was a little bit rough. It wasn't how we wanted, you know, being the first time as a captain. But as we talked about earlier, it's a fresh start with a new group who's ready just to battle for each other, and that's what made this win so special.
Your team went on 4-point runs, 5-point runs. What contributed to that momentum that you all were able to grasp and run away with?
Yeah, I think we were just really consistent in who we were. Like, we never had super high highs or really low lows. Aaron came in and did a fantastic job passing. I think our passing was really consistent, which helps us have a really balanced offense. So kudos to the passing, kudos to Aaron for stepping in big tonight.
You talked about the leadership and collaboration that you wanted from your entire squad, the starters, the bench. How did that contribute to this win? Maybe you didn't see it on the court, but you felt it in those huddles.
Absolutely. Like, that's one thing we talked about was just the embracing of the huddles. It's when, you know, we are down a couple points, how tight can we bring it in and just focus on us, focus on the we. And then when we do good things, again, how tight can we embrace and just hold on to those moments? And that's exactly what we did.
Congratulations, Allie. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Holly, back to you.
Incredible performance. 11 kills for Team Linehan's captain, Allie Linehan. But she was getting it done on both sides of the ball. We talked about her defensive prowess. She had about 20 digs, and she was able to finish long rallies for her team. That was the difference tonight, beating Team Hentz.
First win for Captain Linehan. A look at our upcoming matches. We've got about enough time to stretch and hydrate for our second match, and it's going to be a great one. Team Edmond versus Team Hilly. Then these teams will practice tomorrow and come back at it Sunday. Team Hilly versus Team Hentz first on ESPN+, and then Team Linehan versus Team Edmond on ESPNU. You got about 45 minutes to stretch. It's going to be another great match. Captain Linehan gets her first match win, and Morgan Hence's win streak is snapped. For my partner, Holly McPeak, and our fantastic Athletes Unlimited crew, thank you for watching this one. We'll meet you back here for Team Edmond and Team Hillary.